Okay, I think I've come up with the perfect desktop setup using a Mac and an iPad. So first thing first, it's just a standard cheap mount. One side holds the MacBook, the other side holds the iPad. All right, magnetically. You'll see there's a wire on this. So what happens is, let me show you here, I need two hands. If you look carefully, there's 3 pins. And it has one port right here on the side. So I take this and I plop it into the bay here. It starts charging, which is great. The wires aren't being used. So yeah, this is just USB-C power. So you have your workflow here. You got your iPad and you got your MacBook. Now, first thing you can do is you can extend the keyboard and mouse over by using universal control. Link keyboard and mouse to iPad. Now, hit arrange, drag this over here, hit done. Mouse is moving. When I move it over to the iPad, it is now controlling the iPad. So as I move the keyboard and mouse, search, I can type stuff, okay? Works great. Can launch websites. So this is basically showing 2 different computers controlled by the same keyboard and mouse. Okay, that's cool. You can also use it without that. Now, turning off universal control. Let's see. You can do extended display. And what that's going to do, use as extended display. Disconnect. And then we're going to say up here, screen mirroring, iPad Air. You can duplicate it or you can extend it. In this case, I extended it, which now this is acting as a 13-inch high-resolution monitor, which is awesome. So now, you can do 2 different things at once. That's cool. The other thing is, if you need to load Windows, you can load up a copy of Windows here, even though it's not running on the iPad. Here's my Windows. It's taking up a screen, whatever. And there you go. Stupid Windows. Awesome Mac. And that's it. And this, you need to use the iPad, you swipe up, go into the settings, do what you need to do. And when you're done, you just fold the laptop down, take that off the base. I can show you beforehand. And that's it. Take these 2 and you have your 2 screens. So this is all being done wirelessly. The only thing we're getting here is power, and the port is still open for whatever else you want to hook up to it. But the way that they thought about this is it's just amazing. This is a cheap stand. This was not cheap. This was a Kickstarter project, and then years ago, now it's the version 2. It's soft, it's got the power, and it's just a standard VESA mount. So VESA mount for a monitor, and then also a VESA mount for a laptop. And this is a cheap stand. It came dented and all that stuff. I think it needs a slightly smaller base, because 13-inch iPad is, I'll get a smaller one. But yeah, that's it. And the whole base is holding it down there. When you leave, everything is just that. You're good to go. All you need to do is provide power to the MacBook. And actually, you could probably plug this into the MacBook and charge it all up with one cord. But that is the ultimate workflow. I may actually use this at work, get rid of my monitor, keyboard switch, and just do this, because I can remote into servers and other machines on one screen. It's not the biggest screen, but the fact that you get double use out of this iPad, there you go, and it's charging. It's beautiful. Suppose you could put a Mac Mini here, and a monitor, but the thing is, I mean, if you look at the screen sizes, they're literally the same. And I just think it's awesome. Screen mirroring. Actually, I'm going to turn on universal. Got to figure out how to turn on universal control. Easy. Here it is. AL. Disable universal control. No, enable. So you just say air. And that's it. Seamless, whatever, you know. I need to run my Speak and Spell app, you know. And then I also need to do some work here. On. Say it.
Say it.
Yeah.
Surgeon.
You get the idea. But I don't think anybody's done this before. At least not in this method, you know. Really using cutting. Yep. Okay. And okay.